What is going on YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Random. You guys are gonna have to pardon the wind noise today. It's a bit of a stormy day, but that's not gonna stop me from making my first RC video in almost an entire year. Now the car that I'm about to review is so massive that I can only think of one way to actually show you guys the perfect example so you can get an idea of just how massive this thing is. Okay, so what you're looking at right here is a 1/14 scale fast lane desert buggy. And then there's the Trailcat Everest rock crawler, just so you guys can get an idea. This is a 1/10 scale, and you can already see there's a pretty massive big difference between the two. That is until we bring out the new bright Jeep Trailcat rock crawler, and you can see just how massive, just how giant this RC truck actually is. I mean, this thing is it can't even come out fully in the camera. This thing is absolutely freaking massive. Look at this. Now, I've been trying to get my hands on this RC crawler for almost a year, and every time it would always be sold out. So this video wouldn't be made possible without my good friend Viper Seal, who actually managed to find this monster for me. As soon as he sent me the link to buy this thing, I had to get it. So Viper, if you're watching this, I really appreciate you, man. Thanks for making this possible. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna be covering the specifics very quickly because we're gonna be putting this rock crawler to the ultimate test. This is the very first ever 1/8 scale, full-blown new bright rock crawler. They have never made a fully independent suspension 1/8 scale dedicated rock crawler before. So this truck right here is very, very special. As you guys can see, there is two motors powering this thing. There's one in the rear and there's one in the front that powers the front wheels as well. The tires are absolutely massive. They are rubber, but they are a very hard compound, which isn't that good for rock crawling. The biggest selling point on this thing by far is the body. Look at the level of detail that went in to making this truck. I mean, just every little angle of this thing is just super cool no matter what angle you look at it from. Is that it is a 2.4 gigahertz. That means if you have 2, 3, 4 of these at once, you can actually run them and you guys can play around with your kids and all that at once. Now, one of my biggest complaints that it will always be is the extremely cheap control. This thing feels like, well, I guarantee you it was definitely 3D printed, and right off the box it came making this noise. I want you guys to take a listen. I don't know if the wind will let you guys actually hear this, but it sounds like there's something rattling in there. This came this way right out of the box. And like you guys heard me say at the beginning of the video, we're gonna be putting this toy grade RC rock crawler to the ultimate test. We're gonna take it out to a crazy trail. It's full of mud, it's full of rocks, it's full of water. It's gonna be the ultimate test for any rock crawler. Let's see how the new bright Jeep Trailcat does. All right, guys, so that storm is getting closer and closer. We have the RC trucks laid out. Today's video, though, is all about this one right here. Let's put it to the ultimate test. We're not gonna mess around like these other RC reviews, going around little grass or going on a regular paved road. No, we're gonna put this thing to what it was meant to be, which is this. Check out this terrain right here, guys. We're gonna cross that creek over there. We're going up these mountains. We're going everywhere. We're putting this thing to the test until it can't go no more. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, so now we have the hill climb. This is gonna test the climbing ability of the Trailcat. Here we go. It's just bogged out. It does not have enough power to climb up this hill, which is what it's meant to do. It's supposed to be a rock crawler. Look at this. it's not going any further. That's one thing I noticed. The new brights, they're too big and they're severely underpowered. I can't even get off of this little rock. This little rock that's stopping it right here. It will not back out. Let's show you exactly what was supposed to actually happen. That's what this thing was supposed to do. Now let's go ahead and put it through the creek, see how well it crosses that. Whoa. Yeah. All right, so before we take it on a little bit more even terrain to actually see exactly how it drives, we're gonna take it right through here, see if we can make it through these rocks and into even terrain. Here we go. Oh, it's so underpowered. And the turning radius is horrible. Come on. All right, guys, so I know how this next challenge is gonna do. I know the result of this next challenge. Take a look at Mount Olympus. We're gonna try to see if we can actually even go up the hill. I know exactly what's gonna happen. It's probably gonna get to right about that stick right there. Either way, it's worth a shot. Let's give it a try. Here we go. All right, everybody, go. So as you guys can see, the hobby grade RCs are doing a lot better than the old Trailcat, who can barely make it up even the first grade of it. Look at that, it's trying. Wheels are spinning, it's at least trying. This little guy literally just bugs out, can't even go any further. Okay, so I was gonna put this to the test. Let's try to see if it can actually go over some grass, which I know it will. Basic grass, but you see it's already starting to get gassed out. Throttle is to the max and it's already getting gassed out after only a couple of minutes. So luckily my friend Viper Sill found this relatively cheap on eBay, but the original price for this is around $80 to $90, guys. If you ask me, I don't think it's worth it. All right, guys, so we're gonna be ending the video. I gotta say, I'm a little bit disappointed with the performance of this thing. The steering radius is almost non-existent. That steering radius means how much it can turn, how far in it can turn. It just literally just barely turns. Battery life, not good either, just a little bit under 15 minutes. Performance wise, not good either. It is definitely an awesome looking RC truck, that's for sure. Everything else falls flat. I will be trying to modify this thing and throw a bigger battery in there and see if it performs a little bit better. But as of now, I will tell you guys to stay away from this thing, especially for the $90 price that it has off the shelf. For that price, you can probably get yourself an entry-level little 114 or 112 scale crawler and save yourself the headache and make your kids happy. Either way, it's your boy, Mr. Random. I hope you guys enjoyed my long time coming RC review. There will definitely be a lot more of this coming, guys. Either way, catch you guys on the next one.